Hello, welcome back to X0 Airsoft. Today we're going to be taking a look at the T238 Electric Speedloader, and we're going to see if it lives up to the hype or not. I've got a few magazines here. We're going to test them out, namely, so what we've got is a Tokyo Marui USP magazine, got a Tokyo Marui Glock Gen 5 MOS magazine, we've got a VFC UMP 45 magazine, got VFC G36 magazine, Maruyama MP9 magazine, VFC AK magazine, and a Tokyo Marui Saiga magazine as well. Just to go over what you get in the box with a box standard T238 Speedloader. You obviously get the unit itself from T238. You get 4 adapters. So this is your AG adapter, you've got a shotgun shell adapter, you've got a sniper magazine adapter, and you've also got a GBB adapter. As well as that, you get a nice manual to look through in pretty much every single language. Tells you how to use it, what everything does, what little warnings and stuff are for. And you also get some nice sort of rubberized feet for the bottom of the Speedloader, which I'm not going to attach just yet. One thing to note, you can buy this with sort of the correct battery. T238 make batteries, they make an 1100 milliamp lithium ion battery that sort of fits perfectly in this channel here, but I opted not to do that. So this Rebel 1150 milliamp 11.1 LiPo fits quite well. So I guess we just have to get right into it. To install your battery, you need to flip it upside down, you need to get a screwdriver, which I would have liked this to be toolless, but I take my iFixit kit with me to every game day anyway, so it's not like a huge deal. Take off the cover, and then pull your wires out. Now, you might be thinking that looks awful. It does. The only issue I've had with this so far, I bought this and it came with sort of like almost like a pinched or damaged wire, like you can see the copper underneath there. I've spoken to T238 and for now they've said to cover it with an electrical tape. I'm still talking to them about it because I think for the money that you pay for this, I mean, I think these go for like £100 in the UK, quite a lot of money, and you don't really want to be getting exposed copper or what have you. But here you go, like I say, I'm still in talks with them. I just wanted to get this video out there and talk about the Speedloader itself. So get our battery installed, so you hear it beep when you plug it in, and then you got to try and find a sort of almost jam the wires in here, which is kind of difficult if you don't want to, you know, force anything. I guess you kind of just have to. See, I'm not super happy about that because the wires are bent, so try a different way, but I don't think it's really going to work, so I think we're just going to have to make do with what we've got here. Just push these in. There we go. Alright, so once you've got the battery in, you're going to want to reinstall your flap, your bottom cover, whatever you want to call it. Screw it down nicely. What they've done is they've actually used nuts embedded in the casing, so there's no plastic threading to worry about wearing out on this. So once it's on, you'll be met with this screen here, which is your basic sort of UI. You can set this all the way to 999, I'm pretty sure. You can also set this to infinity, which means it'll just keep going. This can limit how many BBs the loader will actually put in. So I've also got a few different settings. It tells you how much time you've actually used it, how many BBs you've loaded over time. Change the brightness if you wanted to, it might be useful on a bright day. You can set the display to turn off after 10, 15, whatever seconds. I set it to 20. You set it to shut down after 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 or 120 minutes, so 2 hours. Then you got your power off button, of course. So that's that. So let's get into the testing. I want to start with a Marui Saiga mag first. These have a 3D printed shell in them, the file was made by Dynatech Industries in America, and you can just go and download this file for free. I'll link that in the description, so thank you very much Dynatech for that. So let's try the AG adapter or loading nozzle, because this the GBB one, it just doesn't really match up. Like the Saiga doesn't really have feed lips as such, it's more like a mid cap. So let's do it. Didn't really mean to go that far, it just gets faster as you go. We're going to set it to 90. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it at a bit of an angle, because I know I have to do that with my sort of normal magazines. So I'm going to use a normal speed loader. I have to run it at a little bit of an angle. So let's see how this goes. Didn't even struggle. That one's an easy win. Like I say, the Saiga mags are more like a mid-cap magazine, really, so wasn't really expecting it to have any trouble with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it off now, and I'm just going to switch out the adapter. So to switch out the adapter, you need to push it and turn it counterclockwise from where I am. There we are. So we'll switch out to the GBB adapter. You want to turn it, push it down, and then clockwise. And there we are. So turn it back on. Let's try the pistol mags. So we'll go with USP. Just set it to 34, say. All right, let's go. It did it. It did push it off at the end there, but that is like very tightly loaded, so I think it's just purely because it was full and I wasn't pushing super hard, so I didn't want to, you don't want to damage your feedlets by pushing and put too much pressure on them. So that one's a win for the T238, no problems at all. I could see you losing a couple of BBs when you do this, but I think you kind of lose a few BBs when you're loading magazines anyway, so trivial really, isn't it? Next up, we'll take a look at the Glock Gen 5 magazine. So let's hope for the best. Less happy with that one. Much less happy with that one. Might try again. Bit of an angle. Nope. Okay, come on. Because I know I've seen some people need to do these things at a bit of an angle, but let's try. No, okay. So it's just not having the Glock mags at all for whatever reason. Couldn't tell you why. Just out of curiosity, I'm just going to try it at more of an angle. No, okay, that just sent BBs everywhere, so let's call that a loss for now. Let's try a couple of more difficult ones. So UMP45 mags, these are like notoriously hard to load. There's no way you're doing it with a normal speed loader, just on its own. I've got a 3D printed adapter that I use, and that works quite nicely, but with a normal speed loader without the adapter, no chance. So these are 25 round magazines, so let's just go for it. No problem. No problem. Seems I've done that just fine, which is quite nice. Big win for the T238 there. Notoriously hard to load. Mariam MP9 mags, much the same. These do get better with time. I don't know what it is. They just take a bit of time to break in. But I actually have a Comrade Quiche speedloader for mine. But like I say, just they do get better with time. But let's have a look. In fact, let's set these. These are 45 round mags, so we'll set it to 45. Let's go. No problem. That's quite amazing, actually. Yeah, pretty good. That'd be nice if you had a few of those. You could just, you know, sort of get that off, rather than sitting there just plunging for a good few minutes. So that's really nice. It's good that even did that without the adapter, so I'm pretty impressed by that. Last two we're going to test here. These two aren't particularly difficult mags to load. I don't even really need an adapter for this. I have one, but I don't really ever feel like I need it. It's the VFC AK mag. I think these are like a batch 1 mag or something, so I'm going to set it to 42 because that's what I generally load these to, and let's go for it. There you go, 42 BBs, no problem. I think the main thing with this though is you do need to put quite a lot of pressure down on it. So maybe if you had a platform that didn't have sturdy feed lips, I'd be a bit worried. But I don't know, it's it's quite amazing really. This is going to change at least how I play airsoft games, if it sorts out this very last mag. So look, VFC G36 mag, a V2 mag, and 29 BBs set. Absolutely no problems. No problems at all. And there's me taking one off the top out of habit. But there you go. Wow, I mean, what can I say? Very good results all round. Just only one I didn't really like was that Glock mag. I can't figure out why. Like, it's not even a particularly hard spring on these. I don't know, maybe it's just the feed lip geometry or something. But yeah, there you go. So, big win for the T238. I guess the only thing that does bother me, I suppose, is the fact that it came with that sort of pinched wire, and they don't seem overly concerned about the fact that your £100 product has a pinched wire in it. But then again, like I say, I'm still in talks to them, so I'm not gonna try and blabber, you know, badmouth them too much. The product still works. It's extremely good. Seems quite well built. It does have a plastic loading wheel, so I guess we'll see how that holds up to time. But you know, it's £100 for a speedloader with features or something that costs at least double that. You know, the big Vanguard, like ammo box ones, they had those features. This obviously has the advantage over the Autobot speedloader, where you can choose how many BBs you want to load. You know, cool product, good product. And like I say, I think I would genuinely be giving it like an almost perfect 10 if it hadn't had that pinched wire. So yeah, highly recommend. So thank you for coming to the channel and watching this video. I hope it's been informative, and I hope it helps you inform your purchase if you want to buy this thing or not. I think what I'll do is, as I acquire more platforms, I'm going to just do shorts of me loading it with the speedloader, just to, you know, maybe like a go, no-go sort of thing. Or I'll make addendums in the comments to say if it is worked with it or not as time goes on. I've got a Raptor SR2M coming tomorrow, so hopefully that's going to be the next one that I try out. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a lovely day, and subscribe and like for more content. Thank you very much.